Hi everyone. So today we are going to start with the next topic, and that topic is properties of multiplication. This is an exercise 2.4. Before this we have done properties of addition and subtraction. Now we are going to start with the properties of multiplication. Now there are certain properties. The first one is the similar one, that is the closure property. Now what it says is, if a and b are two whole numbers, then if we are going to multiply those two numbers, because we are talking about the multiplication. Now if I'm having any two whole numbers and I'm going to multiply those two numbers, then my answer will be a whole number. Now let us take an example. For example, I am having a whole number a, which is 7, and I have taken b also, that is 3. So 7 and 3 are whole numbers. And what is the definition of whole numbers? The numbers which are starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 all comes in the category of whole numbers. So when I'm going to do the multiply, because now we are doing the property of multiplication. So when I'm going to multiply these two numbers, 7 into 3, what is the answer? 21, and 21 is a whole number. So that means closure property is satisfying. So the closure property is, if I am taking any two numbers and I'm multiplying that number, the number is also a whole number. Now let's move to the commutative property. Again, we have done this previously also. Now in this we are going to use the sign. Commutative property we have done in addition also, subtraction also. Now we are going to do in the multiplication also. The only difference is choosing the sign. In properties of addition we have chose here the sign of addition. In subtraction we chose the sign of minus. Now in multiplication we will choose the sign of multiply, and then we are going to find whether it is satisfying or not. Now again we are taking any two whole numbers. Then we will say that if I am going to interchange their positions also, instead of a I'll write b, and instead of b I'll write a, my answer after multiplying them will come the same. Now let us take the example of this, what it is saying. Let us take this example only. I have taken a as 7 and b as 3. Now if I am going to multiply a into b, firstly I am taking a. Now what is the answer? 21. Next is b into a. That means instead of a I am taking b first and a afterwards. Let me multiply these two. What is the value of b? 3. What is the value of a? 7. The answer is 3 7s are 21. Again this is a whole number. So a into b and b into a, in both the values are coming same. So that means even after interchanging their positions, my commutative property is holding, right? After interchanging the positions my answer is coming same. That means my commutative property is satisfied in the case of multiplication. Now the next is multiplicative property of 0. Now as we have done in addition, in subtraction, if to any whole number I am adding 0, it will give me the same number. If to any whole number I am subtracting 0, it will give me the same number. But in the case of multiplication, what it is saying is, if I am going to multiply any number with 0, it will give me 0. So this is the multiplicative property of 0. What it is saying, a is a whole number. Yes, a is a whole number. Any whole number we can take. So if I am going to multiply any number with 0, it will give me 0. For example, let us take 7. Let that whole number be 7. Let me multiply 7 by 0. What it will give me? 0. So that means this is the multiplicative property of 0. Next, multiplicative property of 1. If a is a whole number, now if I am going to multiply that whole number with 1, it will give me the same number. You all know that whenever I am going to multiply, or whenever we are multiplying any number with 1, same number is coming. 5 1 5, 7 into 1 7, same number is coming. 10 into 1, same number is coming. So that multiplicative property of 1 is that if I am going to multiply any number with 1, I will be getting the same number. Okay. Now next is the associative property. Again, associative means to pair together two numbers. A, B, C. These are the three whole numbers we have taken. Then if I am going to multiply them and I am going to associate two numbers together. A into B into C, A into B into C. Now in the left hand side I have paired B and C, and in the right hand side I have paired A and B. When I am pairing them, after multiplying the left hand side and the right hand side, my answers should come same. See how? Now instead of A I have taken the value 3, instead of B I am taking 5, and instead of C I am taking 2. Let us take A3, B5, C is 2. Now what is the associative property? Associative property is A into B into C is equals to A into B into C. This is the associative property. Now firstly let me solve this. A into B into C. This is my left hand side. Let me solve this. Instead of A, B and C, put these values of A, B and C. Instead of A, I will be putting 3. Now, B and C, what is B? 5. What is C? 2. Now, whatever is inside the bracket, we will solve it first. 3 into 10. What is the answer? 30. Now, let's move to the right hand side. What is the right hand side? A into B into C. What we have done? We have paired together two numbers inside the bracket. Now again put the values. 3 into 5 into 2. 3 5s are 15 into 2 is equals to 30. What we have done? Whatever is inside the bracket, we have firstly solved it. Now can you see that 30, 13, both the answers are coming same? Since my answers are coming same, after pairing together these numbers, that means my associative property is satisfied. So the associative property means if I'm going to take A, B and C together, then after pairing the numbers I will be getting the same answers, right? So this is the associative property of multiplication. Now comes the distributive law of multiplication over addition. Now this over addition and multiplication distributive property is very important. In this we are going to distribute. Now what it is? See, now we are going to talk about the distributive property or law. This is very important. Please understand it very carefully. In this what they are saying is, I am taking three whole numbers A, B and C. I am going to pair this in bracket B and C, and A will be outside the bracket. Since this distributive law is of multiplication, so A I will multiply with B and C, and it is over addition. So that means when it is over addition, the sign will be of plus. Again see, what I have done is A, B and C I have taken three whole numbers, and what I have done with them is this A I am going to write as it is over of multiply, so multiply sign will be there, and rest B and C is there, so these two will come inside the bracket, and since it is over addition, so here the sign of plus will come. Now distributive law means that we are going to distribute this A between B and then C. Firstly what we are going to do here is, I am going to multiply A with B. One by one we are going to multiply A with all the digits which are inside the bracket. Now A is multiplied by B. Why multiplied? Because this is the sign of multiply between A and B. So A and B. Next again, now A will be multiplied by C. We have firstly multiplied by B, now A will be multiplied by C. Multiplied. Now this sign is left, this sign will come here. I hope it is understood to you. We will be doing an example, then you will be getting it. Now for example, we are having this. A is 2, B is 7 and C is 8. Now this is an example. Now we have to use here the distributive law. Now what is distributive law? A into B plus C, right? A into B plus A into C. What we are doing? A we are multiplying with B, A we are multiplying with C, and the sign of plus in between these two. Now what is the value of A? 2. What is the value of B? 7. Plus what is the value of A? 2. And what is the value of C? 8. Now what is 2 sevens are 14, 2 8s are 16. Answer is 30. So this is the distributive law of multiplication over addition. Now the same way, if what we are going to do here is, in the same way, if this is of addition, if there is a sign of minus, then instead of plus, minus sign will be there. Let me take the same. Let me take this example. A is equals to 2, B is equals to 6 and C is equals to 4. Now here I have to use the distributive law of multiply over subtraction. That means distributive law we are going to use a, b, c, but with the sign of minus. So now what we will do, firstly this a will be multiplied by b, so I will multiply a by b, then which sign is there, minus, so minus will come here, and then a will be multiplied by c, a multiplied by c. Now what is a, 2, what is the value of b, 6, minus again what is the value of a, 2, c, 4, 2 6 are 12 minus 8, the answer is 4. So this was the distributive law. I hope it is very clear to you. So these two are very important laws which you have to do in this. Next is example number 5. Now we'll be moving to example 5. In example 5, the question is that you have to multiply 5214 by 271. So you have to multiply these two. Now if you have to multiply it, either you can simply do this, but if in the question it is mentioned that you have to multiply this by using distributive law, if you have to use it by distributive law, then how you are going to do it? Let's see now. Firstly, you are going to expand 271 because it is easy to expand 271. How you are going to expand it? This is ones place, tens place and hundreds place. So 1 is at which place? So how I can expand it? 200, because 2 is at hundreds place, so it will be 200, plus 7 is at tens place, so it will be 70, and then 1. So I can expand 271 like this. Now instead, in multiplying 5214 by 271, 5214 as it is, and instead of 271 I can write 200 plus 70 plus 1. I can write it like this. Now we are going to use the distributive law, and in distributive law, the number which is outside the bracket is going to be multiplied by each number which is inside the bracket. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, firstly 5214 will be multiplied by 200, then the next sign is of plus. Now this is done, 200 is done. Now 5214 will be multiplied by 70, 5214 multiplied by 70. Now plus sign is there, so I'm going to place here plus, and then 5214 will be multiplied by 1, so 5214 multiplied by 1. Now you can simply multiply it, 00824. I'm going to simply multiply this. Okay, now next will be 364980, and this will be 5214, and then you can add it, you will be getting this answer. Okay, so now what was the main purpose of doing this was, you can do the simple multiplication also like this, but if they are asking you to solve this by using distributive law, then you are going to firstly expand the number which is the smaller one among these two, then you are going to write like this. Okay, now let's move to example number 6. Now example 6 is that you have to find the product by suitably arranging the numbers. Now suitably arranging the numbers, we have done this in addition also, but in addition it was the unit digits should be the sum of 10. Now how you are going to do in the case of multiplication? 5 into 24 into 2, this is example 6 a part. Now suitably arranging means that while doing multiplication my calculation should be very easy. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to search the numbers which will give me the multiple of 10. Multiple of 10 means 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on like this. Now can I multiply 5 and 2 and it will give me 5 2s are 10, right? So what I'm going to do, I am going to arrange 5 and 2 in one bracket, and this 24 is left, so I'm going to write 24 outside. So what is 5 2s are 10, multiply by 24 and this will give me 240. So simple it was. If I'm going to multiply 24 by 5, you are going to firstly see while multiplying it like this, you will be doing it, but instead of doing like this, what simply I know is 5 2s are 10, I have paired 5 and 2 together and then 24, and when I have to multiply any number with 10, I know I can write this 24 as it is, and as many zeros are there I'll put with that. Okay, so now let's move to B part. Now B part is 35 multiplied by 375 multiplied by 40 into, sorry, this is 25. Okay, so now how I'm going to pair them together? Firstly, see, If I'm going to multiply this 25 by 40, 25 fours are, it is 100. When I'm going to multiply 25 fours are, this is 5 to 4 5s are 20 and this is 100. Okay, so that means when I'm going to multiply 25 by 40, this will become 1000. So now this is the multiple of 10. So I have paired 25 and 40 together, and I have paired the rest numbers 375 and 8 together. Now I can easily multiply them. Now see how you're going to multiply such number. Now firstly count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just write those numbers of zeros as it is here. Now this 1 was left and this 3 was left. Now multiply these two. 1 3 is a 3. This is your answer. Now next is you have to find the product using distributive law. How you are going to find this by using distributive law? See, the first is 972 you have to multiply by 102. See how you are going to do it. It is very easy for me to expand 102. How I will expand 102? 102 can be written as 100 plus 2. Can I write it? Because I have to expand it, so I am writing it as 100 plus 2. Now how I am going to use the distributive law in this? 972 will be as it is, and instead of 102 I will write 100 plus 2. Now 972 will be multiplied by 100, so I will write 972 multiply by 100. Now plus sign is there, write plus, and 972 you will multiply by 2. 972 multiply by 2. Now what I have told you, firstly count the number of zeros. 2 are there, so put as it is. Now 972 you will multiply by 1, so it will be 97200, and then you are going to multiply 972 with 2. It will be 1944, and then when you are going to add it, your answer will come 99144. This is your answer. So basically we have to use here the distributive law, and in distributive law the number which is the smaller one in these two, you are going to expand it, and while you are going to expand it, it will be easy for doing the calculation. 102 can be written as 100 plus 2. I have expanded this 102. Then instead of 102, I am writing 100 plus 2. So 972 will be multiplied firstly with 100, and then 972 will be firstly multiplied by 2. Okay, and then you can simply solve and add it. Now let's move to B part. Now B part is 382 multiplied by 97. Now you are going to use again here distributive law. This is the B part. How you are going to use a distributive law? Now I have to expand the number which is smaller than these two. 97 is smaller, so can I write 97? If I am going to subtract 3 from 100, I will get 97, right? So instead of 97, can I write 100 minus 3? If it would have been 103, I would have done 100 plus 3. In 100 I am adding, in 100 I am subtracting. That's how it is becoming easy. Now 382 will be multiplied by 97. 382 multiplied by, now 97 will be written as 100 minus 3. Instead of 97, I can write 100 minus 3. Now 382 will be firstly multiplied by 100. 382 multiplied by 100. Minus sign is there, so minus we will write. 382 multiplied by 3. Right, this 382 will be multiplied by 3. Now this will be 38200 minus what will come? 1146, and after solving it, your answer will be 37054. Now it is very easy for you, but I know the main problem where you are going to find is how you are going to identify from what you have to subtract or what you have to add. Now see here, if I'm writing 105, how you are going to expand 105? 100 plus 5, you can expand it. If I'm writing 203, how you are going to expand it? 200 plus 3. If I'm writing 210, how you are going to expand it? 200 plus 10, because this is 1's place, 10's place, 100 place. So 2 is at 100's place, so I'm going to write 200. 1 is at 10's place, so I'm going to multiply by 10, and this is 0. So whether you're writing 0, that does not make any difference, because when you're going to add 0 in any number, it will give me the same number. So this will be 200 plus 10. Now this was the case of addition. What if we have to subtract? See, if I'm writing here 197, Now I know that this 197 is 3 less than 200. So 200 minus 3. I am writing here 95. See, this number is 5 less than 100. See, always subtract it with the multiple of 100 or 10. Now this 95 is there. Can I say 100 minus 5 will give me 95? Okay, now let's do 110. Now what you are going to do in this? 100 plus 10. You can write like this. Okay, so like this your calculation will become easy. If I am going to write here 93, how we will write 93? 100 minus 7. Okay, like this you are going to do it. Now there are two statement sums, example 8 and example 9. So these are two the statement sums which you are going to do now. Virat and his 4 friends had 2 bananas and 1 apple each. Now there are 5 people are there. Virat, first is Virat, then his 4 friends are there. First friend, second friend, third friend, fourth friend. Virat and his 4 friends are there, and each of them is having 2 bananas and 1 apple. So bananas they are having and apples they are having. Now each of them are having 2 bananas. 2, 2, 2, 2 and 2. Virat is having 2 bananas. First friend is having 2 bananas. Second is also having 2. Third is also having 2. Fourth is also having 2. Apples. Now how many apples are there with each? 1 apple each of them is having. Okay. Now they are saying that in total how many fruits did they had in total. Now what you are going to do? This is how many? 3. That means Virat had 3. First one also had 3. All had 3. 3 each. So each of them had how many total fruits? 3 each. So if I am going to ask you, then in total how many fruits they had? What you are going to do? 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. How much it will be then? 15 it will be. But this was the simple concept, but we have to use the distributive law in this. Now how you are going to use the distributive law? Let us see in this. Firstly, how many total number of people are there? 5. Total are there how many? 5. Number of bananas eaten by each person. Each person is eating how many bananas? 2. And the apples eaten by each person is 1. So now you have to find the total fruits eaten by all. How you are going to write like this? See here. Firstly, tell me that by each person how many fruits are eaten. By each person I am saying 2 bananas and 1 apple. So this is eaten by 1. And how many people are there? 5. So I am going to multiply 5 by each person's fruit. That's how I am going to get. Now this has become the distributive law. 5 2s are 10. Plus sign is there, and then 5 1s are 5. So what it will become? 5 2s are 10 plus 5, it will be 15. So see, this and this both answers are coming same. So you had to use this by using the distributive law. You have to solve it using the distributive law. Okay, so I have explained you how it will come. Again see how it came. What I have done is, firstly, how many fruits each person is having, I am going to write inside the bracket. Each person is having 2 bananas and 1 apple. So this is the total one person is having. But we are having in total 5 persons, and we have to tell that with 5 persons how many fruits are there. So what I am going to do, I am going to multiply this by 5, and then we are going to apply the distributive law. Okay, now let's move to example 9. Pritham has distributed 5 chocolates to 25 students in his school on account of his birthday. The students want to contribute 2 chocolates each to give to the orphanage children. How many chocolates did the students have in total after contributing 2 chocolates? Now see, there are how many students? Total, there are 25 students in this school, and to each student, see now here, total how many students are there? 25. To each child, see, for example, this is one child. Okay, to this child, Pritham is distributing 5 chocolates. To each child he is giving. Now this child is saying that I am going to give 2 chocolates out of these 5 to the orphanage students or the orphanage children. So what he has done is, he has given 2. If he has given 2, that means how many are left with him now? 3. he is having 5 chocolates and he has given 2 to the orphanage children. Now how many are left with him? 3 are left with him. Okay, now this was, if I'm going to talk about one child was having 5 chocolates, he gave 2. If he has given, then minus sign will come. If he would have taken more, then the sign would have been of plus, but since he has given it, so minus 2 will come. Okay, so this is the number of chocolates remained with one student. Okay, now total how many were there? 25. So I'm going to multiply this 25 with this. Okay, now 20, again we are going to use here the distributive law. 25 will be multiplied by 5, minus sign is there, then 25 will be multiplied by 2. Now what will come here? 125, because 25 5s are 125, minus 50, and the answer is 75. That means if each of the 25 students have distributed 2 chocolates to the orphanage children, then, and each is having 3, that means there are 75 chocolates with the students. Please try to understand this, whatever we have done today, and practice these all in the notebook, practice notebook. Okay, thank you.